Hey guys, it's Flip. Today I'm going to unbox and review this Ecovacs Goat A2500 RTK robot lawnmower. I'm going to show you the features of this mower and tell you what sets it apart from other robot mowers. Then we'll go over how to set it up and operate the unit. Then we're going to put it to the test and I'll give you my thoughts. Let's get into it. So first of all, Ecovacs Robotics is a company that's been around since 1998 and has developed all kinds of robots for things like vacuuming, such as D-Bot, window cleaning, air purification, and now lawn mowers the past few years. This particular lawnmower is suitable for lawns up to 5/8 of an acre, and I will put a link to the mower in the description below the video. So here's everything that comes in the box. You get your charging station, the RTK reference station and poles, all your hardware and wires and clips, some extra blades, and the mower. The mower has a nice handle on the back where you can grab it and pick it up and carry it to where you need. I'm going to be setting this mower up at my parents' house who are in their 70s, and I thought this would help take one job off their plate. Their front yard is 10,000 square feet right here. So we'll let it cut that, and then we'll also see if it can go up this long steep hill in their backyard. Now I'm going to show you some of the features and what sets this mower apart. So first of all, it's powerful. Some other robot mowers out there struggle with thick grass, but the A2500 has a 100 watt motor and blade speeds of 3,000 RPM that'll cut in a single pass. Second, it has a wider cutting width, so it's more efficient. It has this dual blade disc cutting system with a cutting width of almost 13 inches. Because of this, it can handle large lawns efficiently at a rate of 4,305 square feet an hour. Next, it can cut really close to the edge of your lawn, about 2 inches from the edge. So these blade discs are positioned near the edge to limit how much grass you miss and how much edging you have to do afterwards. It also has what they call automatic zero edge cutting, which means that this will automatically handle different types of lawn edges and maintain an optimal distance from walls, barriers, and even drop-offs. Next is the speed. This unit is faster than a lot of other robot mowers out there. It moves at 2.3 feet a second. This is going to allow for quicker grass cutting. It also has AI powered navigation. Here's your cameras right here in front. So it doesn't just cut in random patterns, it intelligently maps the lawn for optimized coverage. Here is your big emergency stop button right here and your control panel. And it has LELS LiDAR enhanced RTK navigation. Then the last thing that sets us apart, and then we'll get on to the setup, and this one was kind of a difference maker for me, is that it cuts up to 3.5 inches. This is higher than some robotic mowers. I've seen a lot that won't go up that high, and 3.5 inches is about as low as I like to go with tall fescue. This has an electronically controlled height adjustment from 1.2 inches up to 3.5 inches. So if you have grass that needs to stay on the long side, like tall fescue or St. Augustine, this is a good mower for you. Now let's get on to the setup. So I'm going to scan the QR code on the mower right here to connect the device. Now it is saying to hold the power button for 2 seconds. Then I'm going to click that I have powered on the robot. Then we'll click next. Then we have to set a PIN code. Then we're going to press and hold the recharge button for 3 seconds. That will enter the network setup mode. Then you're going to release the hotspot and set up your network. Once you connect to your Wi-Fi, you can name your robot and then complete your setup. Then you may have to update your firmware.
Upgrading. Please wait.
So it's updating the firmware on the mower. Then the app will walk you through how to set it up. Step 1, prepare the charging station. Step 2, prepare the RTK reference station. Step 3, prepare the robot. So then you want to set your charging station up so you're about 6 feet away from the house and you have about 6 feet of clearance on both sides. So we're connecting our RTK reference center to the pole. All set up. It says it's picking up 25 valid satellites. This blue light being on and steady means you have a good signal. This will show you what percentage it is charged. Charges really fast in 45 minutes. All right, so we're going to establish a set area for this to mow, and there are two ways you can do this. You can switch between automated mapping and manual remote mapping along the edge if you want to. Now, I chose to map out this yard manually because one edge of the lawn butts up with another lawn, so the mower would not be able to detect the difference in surfaces, and because the road out front, cars are going over 40 miles an hour, and I didn't want to take any chances. To drive the mower manually, you just move this joystick around in the app. It's just like playing a video game. It's actually pretty fun. You can even mow your grass this way if you wanted to. Here's how to change your mower height settings. Go to mower settings. Right here, then you can drag all the way up to 3.5 inches. That's what I'm going to do because this needs cut and it's tall fescue. You can also change the direction that you want to mow. The rain sensor, animal protection, you can control everything from within the app. So then you just press start mowing and you're off and mowing. So first I'm going to show you how quiet this is. So it's virtually silent. I think what you're hearing there are cars going down the road out front. You can hear those louder than you can hear the mower right by the camera. So probably the coolest thing about this mower is that you do not need to dig trenches and bury boundary wires. This is a wire-free setup, and it does the intelligent mapping with RTK and that LELS technology. That technology allows it to have more stable satellite connectivity, up to 75% faster than some of the competition. Now, before I started using this mower, I read in the manual that you are supposed to cut the grass to a height of no more than 3.94 inches with a lawnmower and clear away any obstacles in the yard. Having said that, I just decided to try and see how the mower would do. I think most of this grass is about 5 or 6 inches, and we just let it go run wild for a little bit. And I expected it to have some issues, and it did. This mower is not intended to knock down tall grass. This mower is made for lawn maintenance. So the key here is you have to start using this mower at the start of the season before your grass is long, or you have to mow it down to that 3.94 inches and then start using this robot mower. As you can see here, it starts to get a little bit confused and stopping and starting and going in circles because it is seeing that tall grass in front of it, and it has the intelligent obstacle avoidance, and it thinks it's seeing an obstacle. The longer grass also caused an issue before we actually started using the mower when it has to dock itself. So before it starts mowing, it has to dock itself to kind of find its home, and that longer grass made it a little bit difficult. Again, in the manual, it says to make sure that the grass around the charging station is no longer than 3.94 inches. Overgrown grass may affect docking and recharging, and that I missed. So the robot had a little bit of trouble getting onto the docking station, but once I cleared that grass around it, it went right up. And I will say this, with the long grass, not one time did it actually get stuck, even with some ruts in the yard, or have any trouble actually cutting the grass. It just seemed to stop and start a lot, and then it would turn around and go the other direction. It just wasn't cutting in nice, neat rows. I think eventually it would have cut the whole yard. It would have just taken longer, but eventually it would have cut it all. After doing this test, I did figure out that there is a rough terrain mode if you go under enhanced on the menu, and this mode will let you cut longer grass that is up to 5.9 inches down to 3.5 inches long. However, the cutting may be slightly less effective on dense grass, and being a maintenance focused mower is definitely the design of the A2500. So up to this point, the mower had mainly focused on one side of the yard, so it was around here that we decided to go ahead and follow the directions in the manual and use the mower as it's intended. And my dad got out his riding lawnmower, and we went ahead and knocked down the rest of the yard to 4 inches. And you can see how much grass he's taken off here just to get it down to 4 inches, so this grass was pretty long. And it's kind of funny because you can see the goat mower in the background there, and it gets to this shorter grass and it just kind of takes off. and it starts cutting the way it's supposed to. It starts cutting in nice, neat rows and laying down some stripes. So it cuts a portion of the yard, and then at this point it decides that the battery is starting to get low, and I got a kick out of this part because it was the first time I had seen it do this. But it decided that it was time to go back to the charging station. So he kind of breaks off of his regular stripes there, and he starts to head back home. He lines it up, and then he sticks the landing and starts recharging. So now it is back to work after a 45-minute recharge, and I'm going to go over some of the other specs and features with you. So it runs on a 32-volt platform. A lot of these mowers are 21 volts, so that's going to give you a little extra power. The battery is 5 amp hour, and it will cut about 3,229 square feet before needing to recharge. And it can cut 17,222 square feet in 8 hours. It can do a maximum area of 26,909 square feet. And as I just showed, it'll return to the charging station whenever the battery is low and resume mowing automatically. It can cross over small barriers up to 1.5 inches high, and it can climb slopes with inclines up to 27 degrees. The mower is pretty much weatherproof. It has an IPX6 rating, which means it's protected from streams of water from any angle. You can customize your mow by managing multiple mowing zones and defining restricted areas where the mower cannot go. And it has advanced intelligent obstacle avoidance with the Horizon X5 chip. And here you can see me testing out that obstacle avoidance. I would plop down a shoe in front of it at the last minute. It would see it and turn around and go in the other direction. You can also set custom mowing schedules, patterns, and adjust the cutting height in the app as I showed before. And it also has the following anti-theft features. It has a PIN code that you set on the device that it can't be used without entering. It has a lift alarm. Whenever you lift the device, an alarm will go off. And it has a boundary alarm. So if it's taken beyond the designated map area, the alarm will trigger. And its location will be displayed outside the set boundaries. The app will also show you the current status of the mowing job. So you can see right here, the mower has done 83% of the 9,529 square feet, and the mower is at 17% charge. At that point in the job, this is what the front yard looked like. And now we are going to move around to the back and see if the mower can conquer this hill. So here's a look at the steepness of that hill one more time. And if you look under the mower, it has smooth caster wheels in the front. But in the back, it has rubber wheels with some pretty aggressive tread, so I think it's going to be able to handle this. So here it is going down the hill, and as far as pros and cons go, really the only cons I came up with were those issues it had with the longer grass with docking and mowing, but those were expected. Again, this mower is meant to run every couple days and just maintain a lawn. It's not really intended to knock down long grass. So as long as you keep your grass just under that 4 inches before you start, this mower does a great job. The biggest pro is just that this machine simplifies lawn maintenance compared to traditional methods. So if you don't like cutting your grass or don't have time to cut your grass, this is really a game changer for you. And as you can see, it's going right up this steep hill. So that's it. Hopefully this video helped you out if you are looking at robot mowers. If it did, please hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.